not too keen on asking the team to travel all the way to our office because of the numbers, and Prof said that, you know, they must be very tired. They were contesting in Kumasi. They came down not too long ago, and we've been watching them and listening to them on a number of media engagements, and we're just wondering how they are coping. They must be exhausted. So we wanted to rather come to you, but there were challenges. We were told that you are considering the TV room at Liman Hall where you are putting up. So there's been a lot of back and forth. So initially we thought we could even meet at 2. We had to extend the time, because by the time word came that we could use this department, time was fast spent. But we are glad that it's been possible to hold this meeting here on campus, so that you didn't have to worry about transporting yourselves, and you are a bigger number than we are. So we are glad that you were able to get a venue here, thanks to the very pleasant generosity and support of your old boy, who interestingly was in our office not too long ago. His son is the famous Oswald, whose letter, you know, really touched the heart of the entire nation, and he had the best our day that we could only dream about when we were kids, and I'm sure that for decades that our day will be spoken of. So it's exciting that we meet again. It looks like anytime there's a success story, anytime history is made, you are in there. So I have to get closer to you, particularly if my party wants to win the 2024 elections. So, if you permit me, I would like to now deliver Prof's message. Prof, first of all, would want to apologize that she could not make it this afternoon. This has coincided with her doctor's appointment, and so she asked that we represent her. As you know, she has been extremely fascinated about your performance. She called you, as you recall, the morning of the finals, and she particularly asked to speak to Francisca Lamini because she's made history, the first female in the finals and the first female in 8 years, I think, since Wesley Girls made it to the finals. We haven't. Was it in Fansiman rather? Yeah, we haven't seen any female in the final. So she was overjoyed and really elated that Francisca has held very high the flag. And for a society that tends to take the view that science, engineering, mathematics is the domain of male, and that females should focus on other subjects. She clearly is defying that perception, and that is why Prof has been very excited about how far she has gone. And we all followed the contests keenly. Prof wants us to really establish that, having followed the contest, she was not just an addition or some token because it's a mixed school, so let's have a lady there. She really made an impact. She showed brilliance, and she has become the toast of many people. So it is not really about gender per se. She earned her seat at the table, and she has shown that she really deserves to be there and to get all the attention, all the accolades that she's getting. So that has really made all of us very, very proud of her accomplishments. So Professor Nana Opoku-Agyemang has asked that I convey to you a heartfelt congratulations for the feat. You also made history by being the first school in the Volta region to make it to the finals. And we all know the rivalry in the Volta region, as we have in all the other regions, that it wasn't Bishop Herman or Ola Girls or Mauli, or it is really a great feat. And so we are happy that you have made this history. So Prof is saying that because of this impressive outing, she will make time to pay you a visit in school, not too far from now. She really wants to, beyond the telephone conversation. She tells me that she's taking your number, so she says she's going to be in touch with you, but she wants to be in touch physically, and so she will pay you a visit in the school and see if there may be some needs you have, particularly in your science department, your science lab and all of that, so that she can offer some support in that direction. Interestingly, your headmaster, Mr. Dijenyo, was working with her when, even before she became vice chancellor, when she was dean of the faculty. Apparently, he was on some committee that she set up. So it's interesting how, you know, the puzzles are fitting in, and interesting coincidences are occurring. So it's all good. It's all good. And so you should expect Prof on campus shortly. She'll be there to engage with you. But today, she has asked that we present a small token to say congratulations. So this is a cash amount of 10,000 Ghana Cedis that she would like to donate to the team. But she asked me to emphasize that the lion's share must go to Francisca. She wants Francisca to get about 4,000 cedis, and then the rest can share 6,000. It's the time for the women, so the men will have to understand. On that note, I would like to hand over the amount to the head of the team, or you want me to hand it over to Francisca? So she'll see. So she'll see that we met her. Yeah. Give it up. Okay. We need to really take good care of her. Yeah. We have to take good care of her. What do you want to be when you grow up? Medical. What? A medical doctor. Yeah. No wonder. You'll be there. How about the others? Bright, you want to be an engineer, I'm sure. The way you love speed. An engineer, I thought as much. And then, so we would like you to know that this is just the beginning. There are many great achievements that you are going to be chalking. Don't let the showing on the finals affect you. There are times that it's just like in any competition. It's not really about who took the trophy home, but there are many other, like in a football tournament, you know, sometimes there is the top scorer, there's the player of the tournament, there's the most disciplined team, and all that. I'm sure if there are all those awards, apart from just highest score on the day, you guys will win all those awards. And it's really about who has endeared themselves to the hearts of the populace. And it's your school. It's your school. I mean, so those in second year, you have big shoes to occupy, very big shoes, but you can do it. If you look at pre-sex consistency, we are always in the finals. Almost always in the finals. Last year we won it, this year we're in the finals, the previous year we're in the finals, losing to Ogasco. So some schools have been able to crack the code and they are able to maintain their dominance. And I want you to do that. I want you to do that so that I think a few schools are becoming too pompous and thinking that they are the masters of all this of it. So that's why I'm glad that you humbled. There's Wesley Girls, and it's good Prof is not here for this one. There's a Wesley Girls tweet that went viral. You know, before the contest, they said, "Oh, I mean, we are talking about schools, Keta school boys to want to come and say what, you know." and then after they wish they could pull down the tweet, but people had taken screenshots and it had gone viral already, and they were teased. They are still being lampooned, and they are being teased big time as we speak. So it shows that, I mean, it's really about you and the belief that you have in yourself. It's not about necessarily the school you are in. We have always said, those of us who went to present, that it's really about self-studies and, you know, what you make of it. There have been some people who went to the so-called great schools, but they come out and they are a disaster. They don't even pass their WASI. So it's really about you. And in this world, it is always better to be underrated, and then you prove your critics wrong, and you shame the naysayers. It's always better. It's always better. You know, it's even in the Bible. You know, better to be seen as an underdog, you know, and then you spring a surprise, than to be full of hype. There's so many examples of that. People who are full of hype, they are given the opportunity and they become a disaster. All the things you want to achieve, you can achieve it and even more. There are so many other contests coming up. Life is always very competitive, but keep challenging yourself that you are going to make history. Even about the choice of your university, the medical schools, the engineering schools that you want to go, I would encourage you that don't narrow or limit yourselves. You can attend some of the finest universities in this world, including this university, the University of Ghana, which is our alma mater. Or if you want to go to Oxford, you want to go to Cambridge, you want to go to Harvard, Yale, the Ivy Leagues. You know what the Ivy Leagues are. You can put in an application, write your SAT, your TOEFL. We would be glad to follow your progress and hear that you have gone to some international arenas and you are defeating everybody else there. You understand? Because there are even average students who have left Ghana and they have become the toast of the world. So begin to broaden your horizon and have very huge standards that you should set. What this should do for you is that if you could wow the nation and demolish all those so-called grade A schools, there is nothing that you cannot achieve. I hope you understand. So begin to really dream big and work towards even bigger achievements. And don't bother at all about your hometown, who your parents are, who is the biggest. It doesn't matter even if nobody in your family has ever been to the university or has ever done a course that you want to do. It doesn't matter. There's always a first. And there's a reason why God puts you in a particular place to make history. So we will track your progress through your coordinators, through your headmaster and your teachers, and I'm sure that we will be proud. And also know that now you have a bigger family, okay? You have a bigger family. If you need some referral, you need a letter of endorsement, you need some counseling, some fees, whatever, don't hesitate to contact us, okay? Don't hesitate at all. You are now part of a bigger family. And that is what Prof would like me to convey to you. So thank you very, very much. This has been the best start I could have for the week. And this is really going to put me in a good position tomorrow when we go to Parliament to face off on the budget. Yeah.
What we saw here, it tells it all. Yeah. So once again, I would like to convey our deepest gratitude to Prof. True Honorable for such a kind gesture. We are so much grateful. Thank you.
To add to what Churchill has said, as well, I'm always grateful to Prof. This is the second in a year, and I can't wait for the visit to the school, because even this morning, having the interaction with them, they asked me to tell Prof that there are certain things that we need in the school. And being a former Minister of Education and being a former Deputy Minister of Education as well, I mean, we couldn't have had the best people to relay this information to. So from the team, even before Prof goes to visit them, they want a center of excellence for science and maths, because there's nothing like that. I always tell my friends that Itasco does well in the science and maths space based on individual brilliance. There are no structures in place like in Prosec, Gasco, where there are facilities, and then would put in the right resources to make sure that they excel. For us, they just select the best, give them some training, and then they go and do what they can do. So everything they do is based on individual brilliance. And with a center of this nature in the school, I'm sure we'll produce a lot more wonderful scientists and future scientists. So this is one of their topmost priorities at the moment. The next one is an assembly hall. And then they need laptops as well for the contestants, not individual contestants, but any group of contestants that they select at any particular point in time will have those laptops available to them to use for their training. So these are the things that they've asked me to say to Prof. And in whichever one she could facilitate for the school, I'm sure they'll be very grateful. So I've done what Prof asked me to do. When Prof visits you, make sure you say the same things to Prof. Okay? There's no harm in repeating your desire. It's the same thing we do when we go to church. We keep praying. And one day the prayers are ahead. So I've done that on your behalf. The Center of Excellence for Science and Maths, an assembly hall, a minivan for your travel, and then laptop for contesting teams. Or is that not it?
Yes, please.
Anything else? For now, so I've done my bit. So, Honorable, this is the request we want you to send to Prof before she visits them. So, thank you very much as well for the big donation. We're most grateful.